Hi everyone, my name is Scarlett, and welcome to the Seeds of STEAM Career Exploration series, where we talk about niche careers in the fields of STEAM. We learn about them, and we can help discover different paths that we might want to take in the future. So today's lesson is ethical hacking. Yay! And without further ado, let's get started on what is ethical hacking. So, oops. When we look at this picture, can we think of what they all have in common? So I'll give you a second to think of an answer. You can pause this and think if you need to. So the answer is they all provide protection. So how does this work? Well, a house is a protection of yourself. And when you're in your house, you are safe. And a bank is a protection of money to keep your money secure and you don't lose it. And a museum is a protection of artifacts. Because when artifacts are in a museum, they are secure and they won't get stolen that easy. And the computer is a protection of data. And this is what we'll be talking about today. No technology that is connected to the internet is unhackable. This is a quote by, I'll probably pronounce the name wrong, but Abhijit Naska. So this is a ethical hacker. And well, data security is essentially everything that is on your computer or you have typed into your computer, and they are unknowingly following you through the internet. So, which is why we have to be really aware when we're on the internet. One thing I'm sure we've all seen pop up on websites are cookies. But what are cookies? Well, internet cookies are small files that provide information to the owner's site. These help websites work better. For example, a website can recognize you and help tailor an experience. For example, if they recognize that you're a student, they might provide more school-related information, articles on the website. To prevent third-party cookies, you can simply change your settings on your browser. This way you can be sure that you're only accepting cookies on your trusted site. For example, your school site. And well, an untrusted site could be when you're doing research and a random website pops up that you've never seen before and you search it up and it's not known. That would be untrusted. And while cookies can make your online experience better, they also have a concern around privacy, as cookies track your personal data and browsing habits. Some third-party cookies may allow for unsecure access and allow for hackers to steal your personal information, and sometimes even information like credit card, bank account, and identity, which is really, really unsafe. But why should you even care about internet security? Well, in today's world, cyber attacks are becoming more and more common and sophisticated. Hacking passwords, phishing, stealing information, or malicious software are becoming more and more dangerous. I'm sure we all know a friend whose account has been hacked before. And your whole reputation or whole information could be taken away with just a wrong click. So we need to be really vigilant and aware when we're online. And here is a video on keeping safe on the internet.
Love and kisses from. Oh, it's on. I'm sorry, guys. I know I've told you I'd share everything with you, but this letter is really, really private. Okay. Now it's safe in my top secretive box. The internet is a great place to do research for school. Share pictures with friends, play video games, or check out the latest trending videos. But it's important to remember that there are billions of people who access the internet, and not everyone has good intentions when doing so. You should think carefully before you share personal information, pictures, or videos on the internet. Even if you think it is private, nothing on the internet is completely private. It's a good rule of thumb not to put up anything that could embarrass you later. If you wouldn't want your grandmother to see it, then don't post it. And don't share private information with people you don't know. Trust your instincts. If someone approaches you online and makes you feel uncomfortable or in danger, stop communication with them immediately and tell a parent or another trusted adult. It's best not to meet in person someone you've only met online, even if you've been communicating with them for a long time. They may not be who they have told you they are, and it could be dangerous. If you do decide to meet someone from online, it's best to meet them in a public place and to not go alone. Always take a friend along just to be safe, and let someone else know exactly where you are going and who you are going to meet. Bullying someone online through email, social media, text messaging, or any other website or app is called cyberbullying and is still a form of bullying. It's often better to block, delete, or try to ignore bullying messages than to respond to them. If that doesn't work, getting help from a parent, school counselor, or another trusted adult might be a good idea. That's especially true if the cyberbullying contains threats. Remember to always keep your personal information private. Check your privacy settings to make sure that only your friends can see what you post. And never, ever share your passwords with anyone else. The internet could be a wonderful place to explore. Just remember to stay safe while doing it. What was it? My dog's birthday. Shoot. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, I know. Last four digits of my cell number. Okay, that wasn't it. That might take a while. Till next time, don't forget to visit me at amaze.org or go to my YouTube channel to watch more. Bye.
Yep, so there's that, and yeah, you can see why we need to keep safe on the internet and how. So here is an activity. This one I think is something with my laptop. It doesn't really show up, but here's the link, and if you want, you can visit it on your own. And this one I can't access. So this is basically where you spot if you are being phished or not. So basically whether you're gonna click into a site and it's gonna steal your information. So I'm just gonna put Scarlett and oh, you can see my email, but I'll just do whatever. So there are 8 questions, and this first one basically we look at this and we determine whether this is a legitimate link or if it's a phishing. So I'll give you a few seconds to look at this and see, what you think. Okay, I'll answer it. I don't even know, but I'm just gonna click legitimate because it looks like a Word docs, right? Oh no, it's wrong. It's actually phishing email. The URL looks correct, but it's actually look alike. So moving over, mousing of this link or using a long press will show you that it goes to an imitation of Google Drive. So it's not actually Google Drive. So we have to be really careful. And this is our next one. Do we think this is phishing or legitimate? Okay, I'm gonna say it's phishing because I don't think that looks, I think it's not capitalized and it looks a bit sketchy. So I'm gonna say phishing. Yup. And yeah, it's spelled as this, but the link actually points to something else. Yeah, so it's misspelled. And I don't know why when I click it doesn't show up, but this link, you can see that it leads to somewhere else and not actually effects. Okay. Yeah, I think when you hover over it, it's supposed to show the link, but it doesn't for me, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna say fishing because I think TK is a bit, I don't know, just for me, because I can't click on what the link actually is, so I'm just guessing at this point. If you can access the link at home, you can try doing it again and see if clicking on the link works. So fishing, correct. This is actually fishing. Real domain is something else. Yep. Yeah, I can't see what the URL links to. Okay, looks like we're out of storage. Um, I think this is legitimate because these all look right. Yep, it is correct. The link leads to the correct one. Yep. Yep. Okay, fifth one. We receive a new kind of report from the school. This usually comes from this this person. So we can see if it matches. I think this isn't right. So I'm gonna say it's phishing. Yep, because the sender link is different. Oh no, someone has your password. Um, hmm, I don't know. Maybe legitimate? Oh no, it's phishing. Oh, okay. So the sender address and this goes to somewhere else. So I have to keep this in mind. Okay, last two is under attack. Okay, maybe this is legitimate. Oh no, I'm so bad at this. I'm gonna get hacked. Oh yeah, it goes to somewhere else. That's the thing. I can't really click on it. Travel planning. Oh, hmm. I think no. Oh, this is legitimate. Okay. Oh, okay. So I only got half, but yeah, if you want, you can try this yourself and see if you can distinguish between legitimate and phishing links. So this is it. I hope that was a fun activity, and let's move on. So cyber crimes are, well, okay, the examples are cyberbullying, identity theft, phishing, Wi-Fi hacking, online scams, and online predators. So cyberbullying, I think we might have learned about this, different types of bullying. Basically, this is when you're sending hurtful messages, posting offensive content, spreading rumors, posting without consent. So it's bullying that happens online. Next, identity theft is stealing other people's personal information to commit fraud or other crimes online. Phishing, like the activity we just did, is gathering online information, malware through email links, websites, etc. Wi-Fi hacking, which is observe actions of users on an unencrypted Wi-Fi. So sometimes when we go and connect to public Wi-Fi's, it might tell you that this Wi-Fi is unsecure. So hackers can easily steal your personal information through those um unencrypted Wi-Fi. So we need to be really careful. And online scams, pretty self-explanatory. and also online predators. So this is also another kind of activity. Can you identify the online dangers that these digital students are experiencing through these examples? So the first one is someone used my credit card details to purchase something online. So we can look at these examples and think, what type of cybercrime is this? And you can write it down or just remember it. And that's the first one. Second one, someone posted rumors about me on social media. Now let's look at this again. You can pause it if you need to. Which type of cybercrime danger is this? Yep. And the next one, someone I don't know keeps chatting with me and asking to meet face to face. So, oh, oops. Oh no, that was the answer. Okay. And last one, I received an email from my bank saying that they need me to visit the link attached and verify my personal information. So I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. You can pause the video and we'll review the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first one, when someone uses your credit card details to purchase something online, this is identity theft because this person is pretending to be you and using your credit card to buy things. So yeah. Next one, this is cyberbullying. It's pretty self-explanatory. Bullying online, sending rumors that is hurtful to the person. This one is an online predator, basically people trying to get to know you, but in not kind of consensual way. It's like you don't want to talk to them and they keep trying to ask you things. That would be an online predator. And but yeah, that was a bit more complicated. And the last one is an online scam or phishing, which is you receive an email from your bank saying you need to visit the links and verify your personal information. This is usually pretty sketchy because the banks they usually wouldn't need it to verify information because they have your personal information. So yeah, you have to be careful and look at the sender address. So ethical hacker, that was ethical hacking. And now we'll have to talk about what is a hacker. So a hacker is someone who uses computer data to attempt to gain unauthorized access to a system, application, or data. So essentially it's someone who does ethical hacking or just hacking in general. So there are white hat hackers, which are the good guys whose purpose is to uncover security failings in a computer system in order to help safeguard from black hat hackers. So black hat hackers are criminals who break into computer networks with malicious intent that creates or generates harm, such as reviewing really private information or stealing your bank information, etc. And there are, I can't even count. Oh, oops. This, oh, okay. Hold on. But there are 1,500,000 cyber attacks each year. So let's look at a video of what an ethical hacker is and what they do.
Although the term hacker usually comes with a negative connotation, there are good hackers too. An ethical hacker is an infosec specialist who breaks into a computer system, network, or application with permission. Ethical hackers are hired by organizations to find and attempt to exploit vulnerabilities to see if malicious hackers can gain access. Interested in becoming an ethical hacker? Click the link above or in the description below to read all about what it takes. Ethical hackers can help organizations by evaluating IT security measures and identifying those that are effective, require updating, or have exploitable weaknesses.
They can also demonstrate methods used by cybercriminals to educate and help companies prevent possible attacks. Ethical hackers often use the same techniques as malicious hackers to create an overall vulnerability assessment. These techniques can include reverse engineering, penetration testing, port scanning, social engineering, phishing, footprinting, SQL injection, sniffing, and cryptography, among others. To identify potential attack vectors that could harm business and operational data, an ethical hacker must have extensive technical knowledge in information security. Technical subjects like programming, scripting, networking, hardware engineering, system administration, and software development provide a fundamental understanding of the technologies that ethical hackers work on. Along with academic degrees in computer science and actual experience working with security systems, there are several industry certifications that can help demonstrate subject matter expertise. A few of these certifications include Certified Ethical Hacker by the EC Council, Certified Information Systems Auditor, and Certified Information Security Manager by ISACA. CompTIA's Cybersecurity Analyst, Advanced Security Practitioner, and Pen Test Plus certification, and GX Security Essentials certification. Does your organization employ ethical hackers? Why or why not? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons too. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can share one thing you learned from the video. It can be anything. Personally, I didn't know that there were so many certifications for an ethical hacker. I didn't know different types. So I think that's pretty interesting. Here we have a brief history of ethical hacking. So 1961 to 1970, researchers in MIT altered a toy train set. And with no internet, hackers targeted telephone systems for free phone calls. So that was back then. In the 1990s, criminal activity grew. There were free services and fraudulent credit cards. In the 2000, the International Space Station was hacked. So that was pretty big. And there was a Computer Fraud and Abuses Act, which forbid entering computer without authority or over authorization. This is to prevent, to kind of regulate and control hacking. And Regina V. Gold and Schifrin, 1978 case in which two hackers stole the login data of an engineer and used them to access service remotely. So that was one hacking. And so this is when ethical hackers began because laws and regulation led to a want for better cybersecurity. Because now almost everything we do is online, and so that leads to the rise of more hacking, but also more ethical hacking to help control hacking. This help organizations avoid attacks, fix issues, and prevent malicious activity. Well, what skills are needed for an ethical hacker? First, we need expertise in coding. So this is computer science, coding such as Python, Java, etc. If you're interested, you can, learn more about it. You also have to know about the operation system, whether this is your organization or your laptop in general, Wi-Fi. So network knowledge, network knowledge and skills. So about Wi-Fi, how it works, how you can hack it, IP address, etc. And lastly, foundation on internet and information security. So basically just knowing a lot about the network, computers, different systems. And so this is system hacking concepts. So problems you can encounter might be injection attacks, broken authentication, security misconfiguration, use of components with known vulnerabilities, sensitive data exposure, and also you also have to prepare a detailed report of these problems you encounter, how to fix it, etc. And patching is basically fixing these issues that you find, these soft spots that hackers could attack. Oh, why is it? Oh, okay. So there are different phases of ethical hacking. So first we have to define goals. What needs to be tested and why? Is this the Wi-Fi password security? Is this your organization's like firewall? I'm making this up. I don't know that much about ethical hacking, but basically you have to identify goals and determine what needs to be tested. So you are addressing the necessary areas and not just wasting your time testing random things. And now we have to identify the scope, which is making sure that the testing is comprehensive. We have to understand the environment, which is the software and hardware parts and relevant technology. And we also need tools and resources for scanning and enumeration and physical security testing, the different tests you can do, and different technology that can aid your testing. Also relevant documentation and manuals. And but the question is, how do you ensure an ethical hack remains ethical? So this is a pretty open-ended question. You can write your answer down and discuss it with someone beside you, if there's someone beside you, if you want. But yeah, how do you ensure an ethical hack remains ethical? That is the question. Um, Maybe I can answer it, but I don't know too much about ethical hacking. But I think when we're doing an ethical hack, I think we have to use either fake accounts or your own account to ensure that you're not actually stealing someone's information. Or even if you do steal it, you have to let them know and tell them to be more careful and not use their information somewhere else, just to make sure that we're not actually being hackers, but we're trying to prevent more hacking from happening and raising awareness. So reconnaissance is, well, passive reconnaissance is used to gather information on the external side without actively engaging with the code. Afterwards, active reconnaissance involves probing the system, port scanning, service enumeration, and vulnerability scanning using techniques like banner grabbing, which looks at network traffic, like who's accessing the network, etc. So exploitation. So vulnerabilities through scanning and reconnaissance, ethical hackers will then try to exploit these vulnerabilities, so these soft spots. So in other words, the ethical hacker puts themselves in a black hat hacker to simulate what could happen. So once they find a vulnerable place that maybe a bad hacker might want to attack through, they they just pretend that they're the bad hackers and they see what would happen to the system when an actual hacker hacks. So this could include documenting what can be accessed, for how long, establishing a backdoor for access, and covering tracks. The difference is that ethical hackers work within the legal boundaries and do not disclose information not intended. So yeah, that was a bit of what I was thinking of, that you don't disclose the information that you've hacked essentially. And next is communicating reports. As a hacker, you also have to write reports so it's to better solve the problem. So not only a detailed report not only requires technical skills, but also challenges the hacker's communication skills. So as a hacker, you not only have to be able to write code and know a lot about hacking, you also have to be a good communicator, whether this is um, uh, writing things or communicating verbally and explain your report. You also have to be able to present your findings with the system and also present solutions. So here are the solutions once the client understand the flaws in their system, such as an organization who hired you to look at their data security. Ethical hackers then can provide actionable solutions for the client. And but even after the project is done, an ethical hacker will also need to be able to provide continuous support for this client, whether this is new problems that may come up or just long-term guidance to help maintain the client's security and prevent hacking. So, oh no. Oh, okay. But these are the certifications for ethical hackers. Oh, sorry. My laptop is so laggy. But there are a lot of certifications that we've seen in the previous video about ethical hackers. Ethical hackers are actually the most sought after IT specialists today, and there are over 3.5 million job openings in 2025. So, I'm not very knowledgeable about these different certifications, but I'll just kind of read it to you. So first one is CompTIA Pen Test Plus. This is a blend of performance-based multiple choice. So recommended CompTIA Network Plus and CompTIA Security Experience, along with 3 or 4 years of hands-on experience. So this would probably be a requirement for a job. So this would be a test of your hacking abilities and knowledge. Next is a certified ethical hacker certification. So this course is led with an instructor with a test on the knowledge of security threats, risks, and countermeasures. So this is an actual certification you can get. It's kind of like taking a first aid course. Afterwards, you get a certification. Next, we have Offensive Security Certified Professional, OSCP. This is a hands-on penetration testing certification and is considered the most difficult. So this is probably giving you something and you actually have to hack it because it's offensive security. The prerequisite is a set of OSC exams over a specific period. I'm not sure what this stands for, but essentially it's a test of how well you can actually offensively attack the security and hack something. Next is a Certified Security Testing Associate, CSTA. This is an entry-level test developed in the UK to understand security across various systems. So if you're in the UK or want to go to UK, you can, look at this. We also have Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator, which is managed by the EC Council and is designed as a mid-level credential for IT pros. And lastly, we have a GIAC penetration tester, GPen, which is a professional level credential offered by the GIAC, recommended 2 years of experience. So as we can see, there kind of goes from different levels of different certifications you can get once you're, mid-level or professional level into hacking. So this is the quote by Tommy DeVos, who is an ethical hacker. It says, ethical hackers require research skills and time and lots of it. I believe that anyone can learn to hack if they can put in the effort. So yeah, this is for everyone out there who found this interesting and might want to learn more about it or consider it as a future career path. So yeah, thank you for joining this second series of the Seeds of Steam career exploration. Here are some extra resources. Yeah, these are really cool activities. here are the links and you can access them on your own time. Yeah, I think it needs an account, but it's really easy. And yeah, that is it. Thank you for coming to the series. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you didn't find the first lesson, which is food science, engaging, maybe it wasn't for you. Hopefully this time you found it more interesting. And even if you don't, at least you got more knowledge from it and you kind of sorting out what you might want to do and might not want to do. We also have 2 more lessons to go. So hopefully you will find something interesting in the next few lessons. And yeah, that is it. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time. Bye.